Please subscribe and watch our horror entertaining videos. Friends, we've put a lot of effort into making videos for our channel. We really need your support. If you like and leave even a small comment, our videos will get more love and reach from YouTube. So please, just give us a like and a little comment. Thank you. Friends, today's story is based on a true incident. It's about a happy family living in Delhi. Ravi, the husband, works as a manager in a marketing company. His wife, Anjali, manages the home and also does freelance work. She works as a graphic designer. Their elder daughter, Pihu, is 8 years old and in 3rd grade at school. She's really curious. Their little son, Chintu, is 5. And goes to play. He's mischievous, but also everyone's favorite. They all live in an apartment in Delhi. Mom said, "Winter vacation has started. We've got a few days off from school, too." "Take us somewhere for a trip?" the kids asked. "No, son. Where would we go in this cold? It's just not possible. You all should just rest at home during the winter break." "Mom, please, don't do anything, okay?" "All right, fine. You guys go play now. I'll talk to your dad in the evening. I mean, it's definitely settled now. Thanks, Mom." The 2 kids happily walk away from there. Evening comes. Ravi gets home from work, and after eating, Anjali says to him, "Ravi, the kids are really insisting that we go somewhere during the winter break." "Come on, Anjali. It's so cold where? Would we even go?" "You should have talked to the kids." "I did, but they wouldn't listen." "Bye, Anjali. I can't take leave from work right now." "Maybe. There's a ton of work at the office right now. The boss definitely won't approve any leave at the moment. So, what do you think I should do?" "No worries. I've got an idea." "What kind of idea?" "It gets really cold in Delhi, and the kids have a 15 to 20-day vacation. So why don't I take the kids to my village, Rewari, to stay with Mom and Dad? Rewari is just about 100 kilometers from Delhi. The kids will get to have some fun and also spend time with their grandparents. It's a good idea, but it's pretty cold there too." "Sure. No problem. Sometimes you just have to do everything for the kids' happiness. And about the cold, I'll take the kids to the village in my car. But how will you manage such a long drive? Plus, it's the Delhi-Jaipur highway. People say that highway can be a bit tricky. I hope you won't face any trouble." "Do you doubt my driving?" "When we go together, I usually do most of the driving. And as for being scared, we'll travel during the day. So, there won't be any issues." "All right then, go ahead." Anjali is a very educated, well-read, and self-independent person. They were women. Driving 80 to 100 kilometers was pretty normal for her. With Ravi's okay. The very next day, Anjali set off for her village Rewari with her 2 kids. It took her about 3 to 4 hours to get there comfortably. The kids were super happy meeting their grandparents and had a blast all day. Seeing this, Anjali was really happy too. She shared her joy with Ravi over the phone. That's how their holiday days happily passed. The next day, they had to head back to Delhi. Pihu and Chintu said to their grandma, "Nani, we want to talk to you about something." "Yeah, son, go ahead and speak. Ever since we came here, you haven't told us a single ghost story this time. Grandma, we're leaving here tomorrow. Please, tell us a scary story." "All right then. Today, I'll tell you a ghost story. Many years ago, a little boy just like you was walking on a cold, foggy night, calling out for his dad. Dad, Dad. The boy reached an old peepal tree. It was quite late at night, and the fog made everything hard to see. He kept looking for his father and sat down on the platform under the peepal tree. He was walking when he suddenly saw the shape of a child sitting on a branch up in the tree. Because of the fog, the kid wasn't very clear. The little child sitting on the platform asked him innocently, "Who are you, and why are you sitting up in the tree?" "I came to find my dad," he replied. "So, did you find your dad? And why are you sitting up there? Come down." Just then, the child on the tree turned his neck and jumped down. "Mama! Mama!" Chintu started crying loudly. His mom heard him and came over, hugging him tightly. "Pihu, told her everything, how Chintu got scared by the story. That day, Chintu was really freaked out by Grandma's story. He kept muttering in fear all night. Anjali spent the whole night holding her son, trying to calm him down. The next day, they had to leave the house in the morning, but the weather wasn't great early on, so they didn't leave until 1 p.m. By then, the weather had cleared up with some sunshine. Anjali thought 3 to 4 hours would be enough to reach Delhi, so they set off that same day. The kids sat quietly in the car, feeling sad. The joy they had when they arrived was completely gone as they left their grandparents behind. It was the same old road, the Delhi-Jaipur highway. Fields on both sides, with small villages here and there, and the occasional roadside dhaba. It was afternoon, but the sun hadn't fully come out yet. The weather was pretty chilly. The car heater was on. Soft music played on the radio, and the kids were chatting in the back seat. Peshu looked out the window and said, "Mom, spending the holidays with Grandma and Grandpa was so much fun. Primera real I didn't want to come back, yeah, Mom. It would have been great to stay longer with Grandma and Grandpa, and they'll tell us ghost stories too." Anjali looked at the kids through the rearview mirror and smiled, saying, "Pehu, don't scare him. And son, having fun is important, but studying is too, right? Plus, the exams are coming up. From next month, you'll be going to school in Delhi. Only then will you pass the exams. And Dad has been waiting for all of us for so long." Anjali was talking to the kids while driving. Suddenly, the car jolted hard. Anjali steadied the wheel and pulled over to the side. No, shit. What happened, Mom? "I think the tire got punctured. Son, you both locked the car from inside. Here, no matter what happens, don't roll down the car window until I come back. Just stay inside the car. I'll call someone to change the tire and bring them here." "Mom, I'm scared. Where are you going?" "Don't be afraid, son. I'll be back in just 5 minutes. Pihu, take care of Chintu. Anjali got a bit worried." She walks a little further and spots a tire repair shop near the highway. When she reaches there, she asks the shopkeeper to fix her car. The shopkeeper agrees, and they both go back to the car. The man starts changing the tire. Anjali checked the time on her phone. It was almost 5 p.m. They'd already wasted a lot of time because of the flat tire. They were only halfway through the trip. So, Anjali started to get a bit worried. Just then, Ravi called. But to keep him from worrying, Anjali didn't tell him about the flat tire. "Sir, your car is fixed now." "Thanks, brother. Here's your money." Anjali got back into the car, and they started moving again. She looked at the time. It was already 5:30, and they still had 45 kilometers to go. In winter, if the sun doesn't come out, it gets dark pretty quickly, and on the highway, there were forests on both sides, and the darkness and fog would come earlier than usual there. Anjali was scared of the same. After a while, she checked the mirror and saw the kids had fallen asleep. The cold was getting worse. The chill on the highway was bone-shaking. Slowly, thick white fog on the Delhi-Jaipur highway started wrapping around like a shroud. The car's headlights were struggling to cut through the dense fog. The heater inside the car was giving some relief, but outside looked like a nightmare. Anjali was holding the steering wheel tightly, driving carefully. The car's speed was around 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. The visibility wasn't going beyond 5 meters ahead. Suddenly, an old, broken-down bicycle appeared right in the middle of the road. She hit the brakes and stopped the car. Pehu woke up. "What's wrong, Mom? How did this bicycle end up right in the middle of the road?" "Nothing, sweetheart. It must have fallen off someone's bike." Anjali felt a bit nervous but calmed Pehu down. The bike was pretty old and didn't even have a seat. Anjali got a little scared, thinking that the bike just lying there like that could cause an accident in the fog if no one noticed it, especially since it was right in the middle. There was a bicycle. She swerved the car to the side to let the bike pass. Just as she crossed the bike, she saw another bicycle ahead. This time, the bike was parked by the side. She slowed down. Looking closely, it was the same bicycle because this one also didn't have a seat. She got scared. How did the bicycle she saw just a little while ago end up back by the side? Seeing this, both Anjali and Pihu were freaked out. "Mom, didn't we just see this bicycle behind us? What's going on?" Chintu was now fully awake too. Anjali didn't answer Pihu. Just the engines. She stepped on the gas and drove off. The car hadn't even been moving for 2 minutes when suddenly, in the beam of the headlights, a tall, huge figure appeared standing right in the middle of the road. It didn't look like a person, but Angelea had never seen anything like it before. The figure was wrapped in a dirty old blanket. Scared, Angeli slammed on the brakes right there in the middle of the road. As soon as the car stopped, the figure vanished. The road was completely empty, just fog everywhere. All three of them were really scared. Chintu asked, "Mom, where did that uncle go?" "Nothing, sweetheart," she replied. "It was just a reflection of the light." "No, uncle, what's going on? Is this some kind of illusion? Oh God, I don't understand anything. What should I do?" Angeli's heart was pounding hard. She locked the door and started driving the car again. Angeli lied to the kids so they wouldn't get scared. But she knew there was something really dangerous out there in the fog on the road. Some kind of illusion, a shadow. Some negativity there was definitely something. As she drove, she saw through the white mist on the side window next to her seat there were fingerprints pressed against the glass. The handprint wasn't just some small mark, it was big and weird. When she looked closely, the print wasn't on the outside of the side window, but on the inside. Her heart sank thinking about how the handprint got on the inside of the window. It sent chills down her spine. She tried to hide her fear from the kids, but her hands were shaking. Behind her, Chintu started crying. "Mommy, Mommy, I'm scared." Pia, who was scared too. She held Chintu tight. Suddenly, the car radio turned on by itself, blasting a loud, shrill noise. The sound was deafening. Angeli with one hand. She pressed her ears with one hand on the steering wheel and the other. The two kids in the back did the same, holding their ears tight because the noise was way too loud. After that shrill sound, a broken voice echoed. "No one will survive in this fog." Angeli panicked and tried to turn off the radio, but the buttons wouldn't work. Then she saw a big truck's headlights speeding toward them through the fog. Angeli yanked the steering wheel hard. The car veered off the road and crashed into an old tree. Everything went silent. Only smoke was coming from the engine, and the kids were quietly. Sobbing could be heard. Angeli's head had hit the steering wheel. She was bleeding. She looked back. Pihu was unconscious, but Chintu's eyes were open. He raised his hand and pointed forward. Right there was the same man wrapped in an old blanket. Angeli looked at him with her trembling eyes and screamed loudly. The next morning, the beeping of machines echoed in a hospital in Noida. Ravi was standing outside the IC, watching his family. The doctor came out. "Mr. Ravi, everything is safe now. They're out of danger, but your daughter's condition is still very critical." Ravi collapsed to the ground. After a while, when Angeli came to her senses, Ravi went to her. Tears were in Angeli's eyes. "Angeli, don't cry. Everything's going to be okay." "But Angeli, how did all this happen? The police say there was no other car there." "You crashed into a tree yourself," Ravi said. Through trembling lips and tears, Angeli said, "Ravi, there was someone there. A shadow, a man. It was really strange. Something happened to us that I just can't explain. I was completely frozen." "Don't cry, Angeli. It's okay. Everything's fine now. You all will be fine in a few days." After a few days, everything got better. Angeli and the two kids were all okay. Angeli finally understood. It felt like he wasn't a person at all, but the shadow of that lonely highway, a tangled story that is forever stuck in Angelia's mind. She'll never be able to forget it. We often think of cold and fog as just weather, but sometimes fog isn't just tiny drops of water. It's a veil hiding secrets beyond human understanding. Traveling lonely roads at night isn't just about getting somewhere. Sometimes it's like inviting death itself. Remember, every dark night holds a deep secret, and behind every blanket of fog, there's a hidden story untold tale that might even be yours. Thanks for sticking around to watch the story. Friends, we usually make scary stories. But I want to share a scary statistic with you. 98% of the people watching our videos Haven T subscribe to our channel. So, if you're one of those 98%, please hit that subscribe button. Friends, how did you like this video? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like it. Your likes really boost our motivation And homies, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you first to see our upcoming stories. Thanks a lot for loving and watching our stories fully.